One of the coolest features of Replay is the ability to examine your React components. You can inspect component properties, state, hooks, and see it all change in time. In Replay DevTools, I'll click on the React panel to review the component tree. You can scroll down and examine any of your components, or you can use search to find the one that you're interested in. Another option is to click on this Inspect button. It works almost the same as the Inspect button from Elements panel, but this one will select our React components. When I click on the Add to Cart button, you'll see that I'm now focused on the Add to Cart button component, and I can see its properties and hooks. For example, this has error property is now set to false. But if I scroll down my timeline and go further, I'll see that the property is now changed and has the value of true. There's an icon at the top right corner, which allows me to jump to the DOM element that was rendered by this React component. So clicking on it takes me to the button element. Besides seeing what elements does my React component render, I can go back to the React panel, click on Purchase Form, and take a look at the code of the React component. This will open my TSX file. Same as before, I can examine the props of this component and also the hooks. For example, I can take a look at this state and click on this little arrow. This will make my Replay DevTools jump to the definition, which I can see here. Has error state is defined on this line, and as shown before, I can jump to any execution and see the state change from blue to green to red and back. React panel can also show me the children elements that were rendered and highlights all of the properties that were changed during the recording. React panel in Replay DevTools allows you to see your components in motion. You can examine the inner workings of your components and get an insight like never before, whether you are running your application locally, on the web, or on your CI.